Oh, this is from Hobby Wing. It says, sorry for the question, not related to the video. Do you know which manual transmission is compatible with ES9J4 V6? Um, I think any manual transmission for ES9, ES V6 engine will do. There's no, I don't see, but I know the torque, the final drive, they're all the same. Let me put it this way, any 5-speed manual transmission for ES V6 engines will work very well on ES9J4. Just take it from me. I don't know about 6-speed, but probably will be the same as well. Because the torque difference, I mean, is it that much between ES9J4 and ES9J4S? Okay, I'll be there. I don't remember the torque. I know the ES9J4S 285 Nm. So I don't know that of ES9J4. I don't remember. So in that case, you could say, okay, because the final drive will determine how the torque will react. So those gearboxes, are they all the same? So I know 6-speed has a different final drive. V6, no, 6-speed V6 other gearbox is 4 point what? Is it 4.9? Can't remember. The one I know is for the 6-speed. 6-speed, I know the number, but for us to just focus on the one that is very short. I'm trying to remember. I wrote everything down when I was doing the project. Even when I did my first project on my Z9 V6, I wrote all the gearboxes. The one in almost all the V6 manual gearboxes for ES engines. I wrote them down there, but I don't have them offered. What I only have offered is the MLCC for ES9A, which is 20MB07, 20MB07. I think that's the number. Okay, right? I right. So that's just the best way to go about it. Just look for any manual transmission that comes out of ES V6 engine, especially the one of 5-speed. It will serve you very well. I don't think we have any problem. All right. So this Meiji said my fan stopped working while I was traveling, so I had to get an area mechanic to fix it, recommended by a family member. All of a sudden I realized there was a buzzing sound coming from the dashboard. Anytime I put on the AC, turns out there was an illegal connection made in the fan, which was burning the fuse for the AC. I had to buy a new fuse box after getting back to Abuja. My mechanic reversed the connection. No, I think he's referring to people, I think a video I did where I reversed an abused cooling fan and fixed BSI for the AC compressor to power on and the rest. So, yeah, you could say in terms of emergency. Personally, I wouldn't even bother to. Why would I connect the fan direct in emergency? Well, let's assume I'm traveling. Let's use this logic. I'm traveling. I'm telling you as a technician that I knows for based on what I know, I'm traveling. All of a sudden, because I started overheating, I check the fan is not coming up. Then why is the fan not coming up? Is the fan dead? If it's dead, it means even if I connect it direct, it will not work. Hey, simple logic. So the idea of only direct connection is ruled out since it's not about the fan itself is something that controls the fan. That's why it's not running and then cause the overheating. So why did the fan stop working? What controls the fan made it stop working? It's very easy. Fuse, relay, resistor. These three things. Depending on the vehicle model. Fuse, relay, resistor. Now for the, let's assume ES9J4, ES9A, fuse and relay, that's all. Could be any of these two, fuse, relay, that's all. Again, ES9J4S, depending like D8, there is something they call Leo Star. It's kind of resistor, not it's not necessarily. You find it 206 D8. They call it it's one kind of small module, a module that controls the fan. So that one can fail, but it hardly cause that problem anyway. Then other cars, newer Peugeot cars, they have a small module, electronic module that controls the fan. For example, the 508, 308, name it, 3008, you know. Then the fuse on the fuse attached under the small fuse box. No, fuse on the small fuse box attached on the PSL. That's one of the fuses that control the fan. Those are hardly fail because these are massive fuses. So unless maybe the wire of the fan is touching, probably bridging positive and negatives, where I can cut the fuse. If not, to be that module that looks like resistor. But the good thing, but one thing about that resistor, it has control two speeds. So either one speed will work, one speed will. What I mean is, it has two sections. The one that runs the low speed, the one that runs the high speed. So both can fail at the same time. Unless one side fail, you kept using the vehicle until some point it now stopped working. The second one failed. Yeah. For example, that kind of system like 307, T6, facilitated model, 508, 308, and the rest. The one that usually fail, the side that usually fail is the low speed. If you use AC often, the low speed will fail more than the high speed because the low speed will run more often than the high speed. So when that low speed fails, it means the high speed will not be running. But you will know when the high speed is on. When you notice it, you put on your AC, the fan will spin, then goes off completely. Again, it will be doing it every second, it will go off. Which shouldn't be. If the low speed part of the resistor is working well, you won't hear the fan spinning. Until weather becomes hot, it will spin high, it will bring it down again. So my point is, if the fan, I'm using logic to explain to you why I did not see the reason why to bypass your fan in the first place. My point is, if the fan is working, the issue that made fan to stop working is not necessarily because the fan is bad. That means whatever that made the fan to stop working can easily be fixed, even in terms of emergency. I'm driving, I'm traveling, and it start working. The few things that can cause it, I just explained to you. I'm talking from a technician side. I always have a spare relay. I always have fuse. Fuse is not a problem. Because fuse, worst case, if you don't have that particular massive fuse or fuse size, in terms of emergency, you can just get a flexible wire, split out small wire, tie it on both ends, continue. But once a fuse cuts, it means there's a bridge, something made that fuse to cut. So you need to find out what made the fuse to cut before you put the fuse back. And put another fuse, otherwise you cut it again. So those are the things. In that case, I wouldn't need a reason to go and do the fan. That was never a reason for me. So who electrician that you call, there's no reason for him to do the fan direct. Anyways, when you said you reverse it, so that's a good thing to hear. So makes sense. Okay, so let that be a lesson to some people. All this explanation I did is for people to understand that you can actually prevent abusing your car unnecessarily. I understand that not everybody have the knowledge I have when it comes to this kind of stuff. You know, and in terms of emergency or in this kind of situation, um, the most important thing is to get back to your destination somewhere safe. So doing whatever you need to do on your vehicle to keep you going, in that case, it becomes irrelevant, right? So I'm just saying, in my own case, I don't see the need for that. But so someone who doesn't understand how to do this kind of diagnosis and fix it, hey, if you have to bypass, why not? It's better than staying alive. So because there are some places where your car will fail. Come on. And in that case, the vehicle becomes irrelevant. Even if you lose the vehicle, yeah, the majority is for you to come out of that place alive first. So I'm not saying, hey, everything must be black and white. You must do this or do that. No, what I'm saying is, I just don't see the need. As far as a fan is working and it stop working and it's not the fan that is bad, why should I bypass it? When something that is making the fan that made the fan not to work, it's very easy. You don't even need, you might not end up replacing anything. For example, if I have this, let's as well have a 508 and use that resistor that controls the fan instead of the engine ECU directly. I will have a spare one. That's have a spare one. Whenever I'm traveling, it will be in the car. So if it stops, if I diagnose it and see it's from that resistor, boom, take it out, put another one, continue. So I don't see the risk, but I know it's not everybody that will have that understanding. But I always explain, if you are traveling and you tell me that, for example, I did a video about a client that wanted to travel with his 307. He asked me, what do I need? I know his 307, I know his model. The model doesn't have that resistor, so I didn't even put it there. And I also know his model uses the not usual resistor you find in 406. The only one, if I'm not mistaken, only one. That resistor can, worst case, if for that phase, high speed will come up. You see, that's why I didn't even bother, because my point is, one way or the other, the fan will keep running. Either the low speed will stop working, high speed will come in, or the high speed will stop working, the low speed will be running. If your low speed is running, your car won't overheat. If your high speed is not working, the only time it will overheat if you put on AC. Then at some point it might overheat, but without AC at low speed, it will not overheat. So it's fuse. Why would your fuse or fan fuse cut? Most time it will cut, or they say maybe the fan actually fell. For example, if your fan is spinning and something hit your fan, maybe an object comes in, hit the fan, that shock, because later you hit it and the fan kind of freeze for some seconds and before you want to continue moving, or that thing enter inside the fan and is dragging the fan, yeah, it can burn the fuse, it can cut the fuse. But like I said, that's why I say you need to first find out what led to the fuse to cut before you replace the fuse or put temporarily that wire so that it keeps the fan working after you sorted out the cause of the fuse failure. Fix it, then continue moving, and when you get to where you're going, then you can replace the fuse. Only that when you're putting that kind of small flexible wire, don't put too much. If you put too much, and if the issue that is cutting the fuse is still there, you might keep burning the wire, but because the wire is not too big, might not cut it, which can lead to fire. So let it not be too much. I would rather say let it be smaller than even the fuse that cut, so that it's better to be smaller than thicker. Okay, so hope that makes sense.